Peace. Salam. Through the Abbott. Back at it. Man, I don't really gotta wait for nobody because we still building a channel, but you see the title. So my brother in Simi Valley is about an hour away, hour and a half away. Um, brutally beat down by a gang of white boys that he was trying to defend one of his smaller friends from them. Turned on him, was giving racial slurs and whatnot. I wonder, can we get a president to talk? Can we get someone in office to talk about this? Just like those white folks that was out in Cincinnati that started that brawl. Can we get some nationwide coverage from the vice president him fucking self? Okay, let's check it out.
A brutal beatdown filled with racial slurs. Police have now arrested 4 teens after this brawl in Simi Valley. But tonight, some community members furious and say more needs to be done for justice to be served.
KCAL's Gio and Signaris live in Simi Valley with the reaction following tonight's city council meeting. Gio?
Juan, Susie, good evening to you both. That's right. This all started on Friday night outside of a movie theater. Fast forward to tonight at City Hall, and the main headline here was disappointment and anger. One by one, residents got up there and expressed loud and clear what they want to happen next.
Just hearing about what happened at Regal sounded like something that was 100 years ago, but it happened 3 days ago.
A fiery and passionate city council meeting in Simi Valley tonight as the community reacts to the now viral videos of a brutal beatdown late Friday night.
What are you talking about 100 years ago? This should have been happening quite. These young people, I know they're young. They haven't seen much footage of things, but this is continuous.
To the figures with actual authority, get these aggressors off the streets as they've proven to be nothing but unremorseful.
Resident after resident coming to the podium, pleading for the council to hold Simi Valley police officers accountable and for the district attorney to file hate crime charges.
Racism is taught in the home. So whoever the parents of these kids are, you are raising them that way.
Police say 2 18-year-olds were hurt in the attack. One white, the other, Michael Robinson, is black. But Robinson's attorney, Jamal Tucson, says his client was specifically targeted.
He was the only African-American. And that's why this is a targeted hate crime. As they were attacking him, they were yelling racial slurs. It is crystal clear what transpired.
It definitely was.
One of the videos shows the victim trying to stave off the crowd with a chair before making a run for it. The aggressors can be heard shouting racial slurs as they catch up with him. Tucson says Robinson is still recovering physically and emotionally from what happened.
He has a broken...
California. I was talking to a driver the other day. He was telling me California hasn't been cool since Beverly Hills Cop came out. People started getting money, they property value going up, getting millions of dollars. They start switching up. Talking about money change people. Me, I beg to differ. I just think they're evil people, and they have this in his homes and in their cultures. There's also within mass media controlled, by the government, most definitely. And these are just images that are repeatedly put within, media, social media, and all that. Like, why do all these immigrants have the same view on Black people when they've never come in contact with anyone? Less than 300,000 Black people in Los Angeles County. It's Los Angeles. I think it's Los Angeles. And such a low amount of people. Like, how do you even know what's going on? It's terrible. It's the imagery putting out. My minds are like clay, and very malleable, very impressionable at a certain point in life. And then when you show different, they're like, "Oh, where are you from? Oh, but where are you from? Oh, your parents. Oh, it's just offensive all the way around."
Tooth. He has an ongoing concussion to which he still has headaches to this day. He doesn't remember the entire incident, as well as he had damage to his back and spine.
Police say the teens were part of 2 groups with a history of altercations, but the department confirms one of the suspects is related to a police officer, something that residents tonight argue represents a more troubling long-term issue.
When we ignore or excuse this kind of behavior, we're sending a message that racism is allowed to exist in our community. We can't let that happen.
Police have said that relationship has no bearing on this investigation and that the employee's family.
Well, the boy said, yeah, we run this shit. I guess that's why, you know.
Family member is cooperating.
And also, they have been, as already been reported, they have been doing this to Black and Mexican people in that area.
Now, the community waits to see whether the investigation delivers the answers and action they're demanding.
Don't offer your community empty placations. Take action.
Robinson's attorney says he's hoping for a transparent investigation, including for all the suspects to face what he says are appropriate charges. In the meantime, Simi Valley police say the investigation is ongoing, including into looking into whether that fight constitutes a hate crime. Reporting from Simi Valley.
A Simi Valley teen who was beaten and attacked in what some say was a racist assault is speaking out as community.
It's crazy how the news is saying this is a hate crime. This is unacceptable. This is happening everywhere in America. And then we have this, and it's so hush hush. Is this only in LA news?
Members demand accountability. 18-year-old Michael Robinson believes he was targeted because he is Black and says he was chased by a mob of teenagers hurling racist slurs near the parking lot of a movie theater last week.
While 4 of the teens have been arrested, many in the community want the attack investigated thoroughly and the teens to be held accountable.
Rachel Menitoff live in Simi Valley with more on the ongoing investigation and the calls for justice tonight. Rachel.
Hi, good evening. The victim, Michael, tells me he's sharing his story tonight, not only for himself, but for others who have been harassed and victimized by this group. And he says the city and the police needs to take it seriously. Michael Robinson says a night out with his friends turned into this nightmare of a scene.
I got a cheer too, guys. You's a bitch, nigga. Let's get out of here. You's a bitch, guys. You's a bitch, nigga. You's a bitch, nigga. No, yeah, he's a bitch. Am I right? That nigga's a bitch. We got more than one now. All right. I got a cheer too, guys.
He says a group of intoxicated, hostile teenagers started by picking on his friend with whom they had prior issues and then turned their rage on him. Robinson described their unrelenting punches, kicks, and their hurling of racial slurs.
They hit one of my friends in the face first, then they hit another. And then they come into and they rush me, and I'm in between 2 cars. I managed to get out from behind the 2 cars, and I run into the parking lot. As I get into the parking lot, they proceed to slam me into the hood of somebody's car and jump me.
From one angle, you see Robinson trying to shield himself from their blows with a chair and then took off running. He says he
banged on him talking about cuz and all that. It's crazy.
Pleaded with a mall security guard to intervene, but the person cowered, didn't offer any kind of lifeline in his time of need.
But they still caught me. And when they caught me, they decided they were going to put my head in the trash can and proceed to hit me in the back of my head.
Several people have written into KTLA alleging this same group of white teenagers are responsible for victimizing other Black and brown teenagers. Robinson's attorney, Jamal Tucson, says they're calling for an equitable investigation.
The entire county of Ventura is watching, and broadly on a national level, we are going to be looking to see how this situation is handled.
During a passionate Simi Valley City Council meeting Monday night, residents echoed these demands.
What happened on Saturday is a hate crime, and I urge you to ask the DA to investigate and prosecute it as such.
Hate crimes cannot continue to be swept under the rug. On behalf of the Black student body of Simi Valley, we demand justice
Sister, take that do-rag off, for real.
for Michael Robinson.
The Simi Valley Police Department confirms that 4 teens were arrested for misdemeanor battery, and that one of them is the
Misdemeanor battery is crazy.
son of a local police officer. This officer, they say, is not involved in the investigation.
I forgive them, but there's consequences to your actions. I'm not the only person. I'm fighting for most. It's not just my voice. It's many.
And the 4 teenagers have been cited and released to their parents. Because this involves juveniles, it will first go to probation, and then probation will refer the case to the district attorney's office. The DA says it hasn't yet seen the case, and therefore it can't say anything further at this point. That's the very latest in Simi Valley tonight. I'm
The community has seen this viral fight video, and they are demanding city leaders hold the teens responsible. They believe the victim was targeted because he's black. As a black man, the first black police chief, do you believe that this was a hate crime?
So imagine you're gonna go out with your friends and enjoy a movie. It's great to be able to do that because movies are fun, popcorn, sodas, you get my drift. You put on your nice church shoes and church socks or whatever the hell you're gonna wear that day, and you head on over there. You get out your car, lock the door, and you're about to walk in. But all of a sudden, there's a mob of people coming towards you in a place like Simi Valley, California, right? Rewind! This is the story of Michael Robinson, an 18-year-old black man that happened to be out with his friends. He got attacked by a group of young men for no apparent reason. And while he was being beaten, he was being called many names. We all heard about the Cincinnati Music Festival, where a group of white people were ultimately beat up by a group of blacks, but we didn't know the context. The context was the whites started the fight.
And pay attention to all those content creators who just jumped on the white side, like, oh, black fatigue. Oh, these niggas. Oh, I can't stand being black. Oh. And they find out, oh, the Russian dudes want to pop it off. Now, have they been taking back their statements? Watch out for these niggas.
First. And when they did, well, the blacks went into overdrive. Of course, some innocent people became casualties, but that does happen in fights, even if it's wrong. But once this happened, Vice President J.D. Vance said,
the vice president of the most powerful country in the world came to cape for the cracker that started off the rumble. What Pac Smoke say? Pac Smoke. What Pac Smoke say? You know what I'm saying? He said, calm down, baby. Lower your voice, because you can get hit.
This.
What I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting.
He referred to the men as a group of thugs. Now, it's interesting because all the men that were arrested were black, but the white guy who started the fight didn't get arrested. But of course, when this situation happened with Mr. Michael Robinson, people understood that not many people were talking about it.
4 white teenagers were.
It's getting to the point that we're telling people what's going on with us. It's just to the point where no one just gives a fuck. You know, it's like, whatever. Get rid of you. We don't want you in the workforce anyway. Mexicans are better, the legal ones. And we're going to get rid of their cousins. What? Reparations? Reparations, nigga. You don't deserve any reparations. We sold you to the white man. You don't deserve reparations because then you're going to ask us for our diamonds. I mean, shit like that. It's just
arrested in Simi Valley, California for beating up on 2 black kids. It's reported that there were more people in the group, but right now it's under investigation. MAGA, where you at? Now we need you. Republicans, where you at? Because I guarantee you, you're not going to hear from the president. You're not going to hear from the VP. They're not going to be called lawless thugs. Probably not going to hear anything else.
Call them rambunctious hooligans.
It's about the story.
Now,
teens.
He's saying something that's very interesting. You're not even going to hear anything about the story. And he's calling out people saying, listen, J.D. Vance, you Republicans, why you guys ain't speaking up? And the reason why he's saying that is because at least at the Cincinnati Music Festival, the white guy started the fight. He actually slapped somebody. And then after that, there was a melee. But in this particular case, Michael Robinson didn't know who the guys were. He had nothing to do with it. He was attacked, viciously beaten. We can't even show it to you here on YouTube. And he was beat up really, really bad. But wait, there's more.
While they were jumping the 2 black kids, they also were shouting racial slurs, the N-word and X, Y, and Z. And they are trying to find out whether they are going to charge this as a hate crime or not. It's a good thing the kids were arrested, but I guarantee you they're going to be out, and you're not going to hear the narrative spun to be at the
Like the federal government and people calling out for being hate crimes. How many crackers is in these comments and all that? If it was the other way around, it would be, oh, you started it. Just like you bombed Iran and told them to cease and desist.
They were lawless thugs.
It's Dajjal. It's all illusion, man.
Who were targeting anybody. What's crazy is that people love to scream America first until the Americans have a different skin tone.
He said, yeah, we're all Americans until the Americans have a different skin.
Animals. Yeah, they whooping his ass. YouTube tripping. Y'all want me to show it?
Who else wants to smoke? Brad, get him, Brad. Put him in the body bag, Johnny.
I'm showing this because I'm not monetized. I don't give a fuck. This is one boy.
I lied. Hey, fake. I lied. Fix your shit. Yeah.
Police is walking around.
With all the cops, cuz. Yeah. We own this shit.
You see that? We own this shit.
I'm just kidding. Get this car. You ain't this car.
I know your dad's a.
Am I right? That nigga's a bitch. We got more than one now.
We got more than one.
All right. I got a cheer too.
He's denting the fuck out of my truck. That's all I care about. Fuck the black dude's brain. See, this is what happened when you niggas like white boys say nigga a lot. Do I think it was a hate crime? Yeah. But do I think there was saying nigga to him in a racist way? No, I think this is what Californians do. A lot of y'all let these niggas get away with talking like shit. A lot of the shit in the East Coast is not like that, but I can't speak for everyone. But just mostly is when as a lot of black Muslims don't let shit like that fly. A lot of these Christians let shit fly. But, oh, he cool. I mean, yeah, nah, he gave me some waffles one day. Remember that shit? Yeah, them waffles sure was good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit happens. A lot of these Mexicans are like that too, but there are still microaggressions. And they are still racially fueled, most definitely. Oh, shit. Okay.
Skin tone. That's right. Because when the white kids are beating up on the black young man, well, you know, it was unfortunate. And they are not thugs, right?
He's right, you know.
And other blacks picked up on this.
TikTok is trying so hard to not let my videos do well when talking about this Simi Valley. I just know something's going on. People were calling the Cincinnati situation a hate crime and all this stuff, getting views, going viral, right? And it wasn't a hate crime. As soon as an actual hate crime happens, and black people are trying to talk about it and compare it to what happened in Cincinnati.
Was it the same month or within 2 weeks?
No views, no nothing. No one gets any traction. What type of shit is that?
You know what type of shit it is. You know what type of shit it is, my dread-headed, my brother.
Confused on how this isn't going more viral. Are white people seeing this?
Why are you confused? Did your pappy, your grandpappy, your grandmama ever tell you about where you're at? Are you American? Because y'all motherfuckers acting like y'all don't know what this is. I mean, clearly.
Just being like, oh yeah, not interested. They're hitting not interested as soon as they see something that's an actual hate crime.
The young man says here, yeah, this is an actual hate crime. He even blames TikTok for suppressing the views for the video because, again, when it was about these whites getting beat up by these blacks, TikTok had all the time to go head on and promote the videos. Now that it's this young black man, he's accusing TikTok of suppressing.
He seemed like one of them nice black guys too, like one of them black guys that black girls be clowning and leaving them for pookies and chats. Like he seemed like a stand-up black man that's probably has a career in mind. You know what I'm saying? This nigga probably making scientific, you know what I'm saying? Whoops, you feel me? Like he
the views, which is something I hear a lot of black creators talk about on the app. But what was interesting to me was the young man's testimony to what happened to him.
I yell, I scream, somebody help me. And this whole time when they've been jumping me, I haven't really been getting hit anywhere else except the back of my head and my back.
The young man says, I am asking for
attempted murder, nigga. Hate crimes with advancement in gang violence. Talk about
for somebody to help me. I'm screaming, help me. And the person that was even with him didn't help him. They left him there to get beat up by himself. And oh, by the way, one of the kids is actually a son of a police officer.
Yeah. With all the cops, cuz. Yeah. We own this.
You see this shit?
I'm just kidding. Get in the car. Dang, this
I'm just kidding. Yeah, nah. It's crazy. See what little the future of America. Future of America. This is him right here. This needs to be attempted murder, hate crime, gang enhancements. Okay. And then him just mocking it like it's nothing. It shows obviously a character report on him. We own this shit. Your father should be investigated as well. For you to even feel like you could do some shit like this.
Now, this is crazy. The son of the cop that's in the clip is actually bragging about the fact that his dad works for the police department. This is very interesting. But that didn't stop the people from,
damn it, Johnny,
Simi Valley to come out in support of Mr. Mike Robinson.
They always come in groups. They're too chicken to fight by themselves.
That's a fact, and that is a big thing in California, boy. Both the whites and the Mexicans. They don't want no head ups like that. Now, mind you, there's a big ass white boys that'll put you. And there's some very hardy Mexicans. But overall, no. Even if you can't fight as a black man, they just feel like you a threat just because your height, your stature, what God made you. You know what I mean? Or what physical, you know what I mean? It's just disgusting out here. I'm really just out here for my daughter. Like fuck you niggas. Like I hate this shit. Like,
We demand transparency and justice. Racism is an ever-present and especially present in the town of Simi Valley.
This is a hate crime.
But guys, I'm going to be honest. The more I've started to do cultural commentary, I've started to understand the disparity in what happens to blacks in the same situation in comparisons into what happens to whites. A white person can start a fight, and depending on what the outcome is for that white person, well, then the blacks will automatically be called a thug. And that's another way for saying the N-word. But because they're saying thug, you can't really pin on them that they're saying the N-word. But at the same time, when it's white kids beating up somebody black, the conservative media will not touch the story at all. Fox,
not at all.
News won't touch the story. Any of these other people, Jason Whitlock, won't touch the story. Any black conservative commentator, Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, won't touch the story. I mean, and that's what you expect to happen. But at the same time, whenever something like this happens to a white person and it's the blacks, it doesn't matter even if it's taken out of context. That means the white person can start the fight. The white person can be the aggressor. And if the
is this AI? Like, where is this graphics coming from? What the fuck is this?
blacks respond, then the blacks will get arrested. And in the case of the Cincinnati Music Festival, the white person who started the fight will not get arrested. And these are
he's still not arrested, still no charges on him. That's wild.
Are the situations and disparities in societies that cause protests and even riots. And I was around in LA.
Oh yeah, this definitely you got some good AI, boy. That shit is crazy.
LA when the Rodney King riot was going forth. I was there, right? And it was not nice. I believe it was like 1991, 92. The same potential thing could happen again and we're still talking about the same thing in 2025. A lot of blacks are just moseying on along because you have a great job, you have a great career, you have access to money.
Like a lot of you content creators, especially that other bald head motherfucker. Was it Anton Davis or some shit like that? What a Uncle Tom. Like, not even Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom's revolutionary. He is fucking Samuel L. from Django, for real. Like, he just straight jumped to conclusions when shit happened in Cincinnati. You know?
And somehow that makes you equal in the system. That's what we want to believe. We want to believe that these prejudices are not there anymore. And
No, we don't want to not believe it. Everyone that comes here and blames us when every time we say there's something going on, every time we say that it's racism, every time we say there's the police, they're the ones that don't want to believe it. These Iraqis that come here, these Arabs that come here, these Mexicans that come here, that know, but they still want to play delusional. This is why I call Western culture dajjal. This is where people want to let their kids choose what they are. This is where women think they don't need a man, and it's all men are bad. And where the fuck did you come from? Like, you know, it's terrible. And in the end, all nations will go into themselves. Best thing to do. I mean, we can't even trust our own people as well. We had what they say, ants don't have friends. Yeah, niggas ain't got figures. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got nobody, you know, and it's like even in times before the transatlantic slavery or the trans-Saharan slave, families, you know, that was your gang. Your tribe was your actual tribe, not people that's abusing little boys to pick up guns and shoot niggas. Okay, and that's on both East and West Coast. And with California, people, oh, you ain't from Cali. You shouldn't speak. Y'all should never move to the other states selling crack, pushing that poison in other people's states, and then indoctrinating little boys once again to uphold your banner. So you'll miss me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that I do fuck with out here, and also been in California over 15 years. All right, I haven't lost my accent. I haven't, but I definitely have dealt within that life, if you know what I mean, in California. So even if I didn't, yes, your movement has spread and infected the world. So that's just a cop out. You know what I mean? That's just some sucker shit for real. I digress. But yeah, man, all these people with money, all these big, you know, all these when people coming here, they just don't believe. Even our own mothers. Remember, I got my ass beat when I was like 15, 16 years old. The first cop that beat me when they was jumping me after they put on the handcuffs. First one was a black dude. Had a 357 in my face, or either that or a 38 special with some kind of revolver. You feel me? After they put on the handcuffs, and then you know what I'm saying, put his gun away. So whooping my ass. He was the first one, and then the white guys that got on me. You feel me? Choking the shit out of me, all that. I told my mother. She said, "You know what? You probably deserve that. You just be so mad. Like, black woman, you have been so detrimental to our culture, you know, because you're the one who's raising black men. Since black men ain't shit so much, it's so what's going on? What are these young boys learning? They're learning your toxic behaviors since we don't do nothing, right? It's crazy.
The reason why we want to believe that is because through our own work ethic and our own dedication, we don't have to worry about this because opportunities are there. If I want to start a YouTube channel or a business or collaborations, then the prejudice is not there. So what are you talking about? I can work myself into whatever I want to work in, but that does not equal the ideology of racist free. It just doesn't. Look at Mr. Michael Robinson. I mean, it's probably not too many blacks in Simi Valley. He's a very well-spoken young man. Living in Simi Valley as a black person, actually quite rare. Only 1.47% of blacks live in Simi Valley at all. And he's one of them, okay? It's dominated by whites and Hispanics. That just lets you know what Simi Valley is all about. And keep in mind, they do have an African-American or Black American police chief. But you still got to understand, even with those numbers, you are not equal according to the law. And they keep showing us this. And we just got to understand that the world is starting to show blacks how it feels more and more every day. Don't conflate the fact that you're a valuable black person to a business or to an industry that they like you and want to be around you and care for you.
They don't.
Don't confuse the two. You'll always have, other races that can appreciate you and that can be friendly with you. but the world hasn't changed.
They fake. It's like them Asians. But they have a culture of being fake, hiding and suppressing their emotions, and also being subservient to the dominant power.
Its stance on black people. We're not going to be accepted in the way that you think we are. And until you
shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let me shout out his page.
Realize that, we're going to still keep getting let down. When you see the disparities between us and other groups, you're always going to feel slighted. I don't feel slighted anymore. I understand this is how it is, which means
salute to my one viewer. I don't know who he is. You know what I mean? Thumb it up if you can help a brother out.
That, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, blacks must come together or what? Suffer the consequences. We will indeed suffer the consequences. Whites are going to become.
And I'm speaking on it again because LA politics has infected the whole world. So when people say, "Oh, stay out of this area, you ain't even from here," that's a bunch of bullshit, bunch of malarkey. It's a cop out. You have infected the whole world, my nigga. And you worried about somebody from another state acting like, yo, if y'all came together in LA, do you know the domino effect that will be on Black America? You know, besides you expanding your drug trade to different states and then saying, "Oh, who the fuck? You ain't official." You went over there and beat them little boys' ass and put money in their pocket and had them saying gang, gang. Now we can't speak on what's going on in LA. You wasn't saying that shit when you was pumping drugs in the fucking community, was you? Like, come on. Now we need to stop all that shit. We black, we black. We can talk on black shit. Like, miss me with that bullshit, bro, for real.
More emboldened. They're not going to do it. They're going to become more emboldened, all right? The whites are going to continue to tell blacks more often how they feel. They're going to show their bias against blacks.
It's the whole world. Asians, Mexicans, Arabs, Indians. You know what I mean? You got to find your people from your spirituality. And if these gangs don't eradicate themselves and evolve into what we need to be instead of killing ourselves, I mean, that's the main thing, because we need the youth. And we've been brainwashed under this shit, thinking that it was some Black Panther shit at a certain time, and then it was just a fad, and then it was the drug trade. You can't say, "Oh, you can't talk about, don't you talk about us? We ain't shit. We know we ain't shit. We just gonna keep arguing with each other." Like, nah, like, bro, it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. We gave hip hop away. That's like y'all motherfuckers saying, "Oh shit." That's like saying, "Oh, don't talk about no fucking hip hop, nigga. That's East Coast shit. You ain't even from the Bronx, B. Fuck is you doing?" Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Who really don't like it, you will find it with the words like thugs, basically not giving context to things, not being fair, not being balanced. You're going to see that. At the same time that the whites are being unbiased, we have a lot of blacks who are trying to be biased and trying to give, whites a pass and things like that. It's not going to work. In my honest opinion,
still haven't worked. Insanity is trying to do the same thing repetitively, expecting a different outcome. Okay, hang up your flag. Y'all got on this old pride. Y'all like old cool high school kids that ain't shit, and just want to talk about jail stories online now. No, well, back in my day, I mean, I'm from a community, or I'm from a tribe, or I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga? You're from what's it called? A wither spin. Okay, that's when something is unraveling downwardly. You feel me? Shout out to my pops for that word. You know what I'm saying? What you told me? You holding on to some shit that don't love you, that takes advantage of children, that rapes women, that pushes drugs in the community. What the fuck are y'all talking? Oh, don't talk about us. We handle this. So y'all ain't handling shit. Y'all already fucked up the black community in the world. Those niggas in London throwing up flags and shit. Talking about, now man, you ain't from out here. Well, the shit is online. Y'all putting everything online. Like a bunch of informants. Let's be clear with that. Y'all know who watching these shits. Come on now. And then alienating motherfuckers is saying that it's just you turning your nose up like, "Oh yeah, nah, what? I'm better. Nigga, I'm from LA. This is where this shit's happening." No, nigga, Chicago gangs is older than LA. Let's just put that right there anyways. These niggas had government programs and all that, like the Black Panthers, and then they became gangs and shit like that. They ain't just going around beating everybody's ass and say "cripple die," nigga. Like, nah, all this shit gotta go. Like that shit is a pet peeve. Like, fuck out of here. all you doing is compartmentalizing us more and more. That's not what we need.
Whites are feeling the pressure from immigration. They're feeling the pressure from interracial marriages. And a lot of them are doing a whole bunch of things, getting more extreme, return to the land. And those projects are getting supported. Right now in politics, being favorable to extreme basis is where the world is going, especially in places like the UK, the United States, and a lot of European places. Blacks have to wake up and smell the coffee. We come together now or suffer the consequences. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again.
That was dope right there. Shout out to him, man. I mean, what y'all think? Y'all in the comments over here? What y'all think about what I just said? You feel me? If not, I'm gonna get up out of here. If y'all got something to say, y'all can come up. You feel me? Non-biased. You know what I mean? All the compartmentalization don't make no sense. Oh, don't talk about that. Y'all niggas was freeway Ricky Ross moving shit to motherfucking different places. It's the whole thing is, oh, I gotta feed myself. I gotta do for myself, only myself. Forget my mama, forget the kids gonna do. And then when you get caught up, well, you know I had to do it, so you don't do it. What you think that little kid gonna do? He looking up in the hood and he don't got shit to look forward to. The same shit you did. Hey, man, come to Islam. That's it. That's that. Because ain't nobody fucking with us. You heard? That Christians is dropping the ball, have been for a minute. Salam.